Iran has quietly secured thousands of tons of critical ballistic missile components from China in a move that could significantly boost its missile production capabilities and further inflame tensions with the United States and Israel, according to a Wall Street Journal report citing Western intelligence sources and shipping data. The report reveals that Iran placed a massive order for ammonium perchlorate, a key oxidizer for solid fuel missile engines, through a Hong Kong-based company, Lion Commodities Holdings Ltd, on behalf of an Iranian entity, Pishgaman Tejarat Rafi Novin Co. Shipments are expected to arrive in Iranian ports over the coming months, with some of the material believed destined for Iran-backed militant groups, such as the Houthis in Yemen. Ammonium perchlorate is used in the production of short and medium-range missiles, which make up the core of Iran's growing missile arsenal. Sources estimate that the new shipments could enable the manufacturing of up to 800 missiles, dramatically expanding Iran's stockpile at a time of renewed regional volatility. Earlier this year, 2 Iranian ships reportedly delivered 1,000 tons of sodium perchlorate, a precursor to ammonium perchlorate, from Chinese ports. That cargo alone was sufficient to fuel more than 260 short-range missiles, according to military analysts. Despite mounting international sanctions, Iran appears determined to restore its missile production capacity, which suffered a major setback in October when Israeli airstrikes destroyed key planetary mixers used in the blending of missile propellants. The new shipments from China are seen as part of Tehran's effort to bypass domestic production bottlenecks and resume a large-scale missile manufacturing. The Chinese Foreign Ministry said it was unaware of the shipments, but reiterated Beijing's commitment to non-proliferation. Still, U.S. officials view China's indirect support as deeply troubling. This is yet another example of Chinese entities helping Iran bypass sanctions and accelerate its missile program, said a U.S. State Department official, noting that Chinese and Hong Kong companies were recently hit with Treasury Department sanctions for aiding Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. The U.S. added sodium perchlorate to its sanctions list in May, following earlier penalties on firms tied to missile components. The Trump administration is now under growing pressure to tighten enforcement and expand penalties as Iran grows more aggressive in its procurement efforts. U.S. and Israeli intelligence officials warn that the materials may not be confined to Iran's domestic missile program. Some shipments could be diverted to regional proxies, such as the Houthis in Yemen and Shiite militias in Iraq, which have previously targeted Israel and U.S. forces using Iranian-supplied drones and missiles. In November 2022, the U.S. Navy intercepted a vessel in the Gulf of Oman, carrying over 70 tons of ammonium perchlorate, reinforcing concerns over Iran's smuggling network. Explosives experts say even minor mishandling of these materials can lead to catastrophe. A deadly blast at Iran's Shahid Rajai port in April, reportedly caused by IRGC Quds Force personnel mishandling explosive cargo, left dozens dead and destroyed part of an earlier sodium perchlorate shipment, highlighting the risk of accidents. The missile buildup comes as the US-Iran nuclear talks have hit another impasse. Though President Donald Trump extended an offer in March to restart nuclear negotiations, Iran has reportedly rejected the latest US proposal as a non-starter, primarily due to Washington's refusal to ease enrichment restrictions. In a defiant address on Wednesday, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, declared that Tehran would never abandon uranium enrichment, calling any offer to limit the program an insult to national sovereignty. Despite U.S. claims of a hardline stance, reports in the New York Times suggest the current proposal under discussion could allow limited enrichment for several years, contradicting Trump's public position. As Iran stocks up on missile fuel and stands firm on uranium enrichment, Western analysts warn that the convergence of these developments could edge the region closer to a new phase of confrontation.